So, laser hallway setup. I promise this one is actually good. I promise you. We had a lot of trouble and a lot of very meh setups, but I think this is the one. This first triangle you can do very quickly. The first 3 triangles don't need to be very accurate, which is the good part of this setup. You just kind of draw them. You saw the lineups. That point, on the other side there, and then on the ground in the middle. I prefer doing them above rather than in this corner, because this corner can be inconsistent a bit with the angles based on whether you put it inside or on the outside. Well, if you put them above on the wall, it tends to be more stable. This triangle is not too close. You just want to make sure it's basically as straight going upwards as you can make it. And then you want to drag the bottom point so that it passes up. You want it to be as low as possible, but it's not a strict thing. Like, don't waste your time making it, like adjusting it to make it as low as possible. As long as it gets up there, it's fine, and try to keep it like as tight as it can. You can see here the beam almost cuts, but still mix it up. And then you can adjust this point or the other point, I guess, if you want, for horizontal like alignments. But yeah, you can also use this first triangle to walk up, so you save whatever little time that saves. Now this is a flat wall, so you can do literally whatever triangle, as long as it bounces the laser. It will not affect the ending point. You can see it here. Well, this affects it because you start it starts bouncing on the edge of it rather than on the actual triangle. But yeah, just draw any standard triangle here and you've got your triangle done. That one is very easy. Now this is the key triangle. This one is where you kind of manipulate everything that you want. Now you're going to want to put 2 dots below the laser and 1 dot above. And then firstly you manipulate this dot. You want to stand here while you do this in the middle so that you can look up and see exactly the alignment of the laser on the wall. You want to drag these 2 points so that it's as straightforward as possible. And then you want to drag this 3rd point so that you will see that it lights up at some point along the way because it's hitting the last crystal. You want it to be a bit smaller than the sides where it hits the last crystal exactly, and I will show you why in a second. Once you do that, you just draw 2 triangles to go up. Now you have this laser here. You want to put 1 point here, 1 point on the opposite level, and then adjust this point on the ground, but roughly this point. Obviously, if you make it a bit like off, it won't hit, but it's fairly easy. You can make it hit both crystals at once, which should save a lot of time. Also because it will keep the laser pretty straight, because we've used that triangle to make it as linear as possible, and this triangle still keeps it linear. So by the time you're up here, you can just do this one is going to be a bit more rough because you cannot make it exactly symmetrical. But you can use a triangle like this to make it go through the last crystal and already downwards a lot, which is also very nice. Obviously at this point you're improvising for the last crystal because that's literally impossible to set up. But yeah, it's pretty good. Because then you can... Let me get out of the way before I burn myself. You can do something like this. Or I don't know. This last part is still going to be winging it, but you can maybe do... Oh, yeah. You cannot block the first one. That's important, obviously. But yeah, like you can see, it's a lot. Like the 3 crystals, you get it done very quickly and very easily. This last crystal I can probably figure something out, but you can also figure something out yourself because it's just the classic wing it once you get down your thing. So yeah, hopefully this should help you. It's really not hard, like it's not difficult once you have the idea down with that final try. That triangle makes this whole setup happen. It's amazing.